What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Tony Tweeted What? If you haven't seen it before, basically this is where we take all interesting tweets from Tony from the past 7 days, put them into one video for you guys. This is our Multiversus news roundup sort of video. So we got quite a few different topics to go over today. So we're not going to waste any time. We're jumping straight into the first one. And this was from Tony himself. This wasn't a question that anybody asked him. He just wanted to tell us, getting close to happy with the next passive character updates and balance. Do you know what that means? You know what that means? They're getting closer and closer to announcing the open beta. What he's saying, the next passive character updates. They update the character for the next, version of the game. The next version of the game most likely is going to be the open beta once they get close enough, or once they get to where they feel that they are happy with the character updates and the balance for the game. Then almost guaranteed we will have an announcement of an open beta release date, which a lot of people, after Tech Test 2 ended, a lot of people were kind of circling the end of May, maybe beginning of June. So hey, we are in May, so who knows? Maybe any day now we get an official announcement, an official date for an open beta. Moving on to topic number 2. This has to do with, game modes. Kind of. We don't get a whole lot here, but it's good to know. It's good to know. So here's the tweet. Hello, Tony. It's me again. I just wanted to ask you this question. Will Multiversus have a classic mode and other game modes? Thank you for reading. And Tony's response was, it's kind of just a simple one, but yes, we will have many new modes. Unfortunately, he doesn't really dive into what those modes are. Most likely, he's not at liberty to say what those modes are because they're not ready to reveal them. Now, it might be a classic mode, maybe there's rumblings of there could be a story mode. I know I made a couple videos on that, and there seems to be evidence for that. So who knows what modes that they might have? Maybe a tournament mode, that would be very fun as well. But it does say we will have many new modes, so we just gotta wait to see what they, end up being. Topic number 3 has to do with rage quit. What's gonna be the penalty for it? So we kind of have a little bit more insight as to how this will work. So here's the question. Tony, hey Tony, how are you going to be able to tell if a person rage quits or not? You know they'll use the internet connection as an excuse to rage quit undetected. Someone will find a way to bypass that. That's true games in general. There will always be people that will use my internet dropped. But to be fair, it is also a legit excuse because it does happen from time to time. So ultimately, how is the rage quit penalty? How is it going to work? You know, what's the fix? Or it's not really a fix, but what is going to be done to kind of help this from maybe escalating? And Tony's got a really good response here, in my opinion. The consequences / punishment will escalate over time. I don't want to punish for things genuinely outside of the player's control, but we have to protect the experience of other players. I love that. So when he says that the consequences or the punishment will escalate over time, I think that it basically comes down to, and this is just me throwing out random numbers just as an example. So say you quit during a match and you maybe you get a ban for online, but it might just be 5 minutes. And then say you do it again within the next hour. Then that ban will, escalate. It continues to grow over time. So your first ban is 5 minutes. Maybe your second ban is 15 minutes, then 30 minutes, and then half an hour, then an hour, then a day, or something like that. So if you use this too much or you rage quit too much, you will be punished for it. Now, can the game tell if your internet just randomly disconnected and it was a legitimate mistake? Probably not, but if your internet's going to keep dropping, then maybe don't try to get on the game. I don't have the best workaround for it, but for those that like to rage quit and kind of make things, a mess for other people, on purpose. At least the rage quit penalty does get worse over time for the person doing the rage quitting. Next topic. This one has to do with, does anybody have an advantage if you pay for stuff in this game? And now we've talked about this topic extensively already on my channel. I've made a few videos, and Tony has been very clear about this. There will be no advantage. You cannot pay to win. That does not exist in this game. One big thing in this game is going to be the perk system for your characters. You cannot buy perks. You cannot have an advantage or anything. Everything is earned through gameplay. But this topic was brought up again last week, and it kind of blew up a little bit, and I figured gotta mention it one more time. So here's the tweet. Tony, I'm really excited for the game. Was wondering if people that have paid will have an advantage over free-to-play players, or will battle passes or such be purely cosmetic? So here's Tony's response. Anything that gives powers, like perks, can only be earned by playing the game. They cannot be purchased, so no advantage for not paying. All characters can be earned by playing the game, or you can purchase them to get them sooner. And I think that's perfect. If you can pay money to, I'm assuming that's what he means, right? I'm assuming he means you can pay real money to unlock these characters. Here's how I imagine new characters coming in. So say the game launches and we get a new character. Let's throw, I need a random character, Fred Flintstone as an example. Say Multiversus launches and Fred Flintstone is the very first character. I'm assuming, because we do know there's 2 currencies in game. I believe you might be able to use one of those in-game currencies to essentially buy and unlock the character for use forever, but you kind of got to play the game to earn that in-game currency, which is no problem. You just play the game, you're going to earn the currency by winning and playing matches and doing whatever, right? They got their own little challenge system as well. So they got plenty of ways to earn gold. But what I'm getting from Tony's tweet here is, looks like some people may be able to pay real money to also unlock the character just right away. So just unlocking the character right away, that's not an advantage over anybody else, because it's just them having the character. There's no advantage over that. So I like that they're doing that, but I could be wrong by my interpretation here, but we'll see how this one goes. But again, Tony reaffirms no pay to win. That is not happening in this game. All right, last topic. This has to do with a Founders Edition of the game. So the question is just that. Hey T, do you have a general idea of what you would want the Founders Edition to include? And it's kind of an interesting thing for anybody that might not know. A Founders Edition kind of can get summed up in terms of it'll have bonus content in a way, like if you're an early adapter of the game. So for example, say Multiversus launches officially in August, but they have a early launch in, I don't know, beginning of July as an example. Anybody that downloads Multiversus and plays it, in early access, maybe they get rewarded with a new character banner or a cool new KO animation or something like that. So it's going to be something that just gets added to the game. And if you're interested in Multiversus, heck, it's free, so you might as well just kind of, download the game as soon as it comes out, right? Nothing too crazy there. But Tony's response happens to be, yes, weird. I just came out of a meeting discussing this. Reveal, soonish. He's been saying soonish for a couple weeks, but hopefully soonish does turn into sometime actually soon. We'll see how that plays out. But, Founders Edition, basically it's just kind of extra content. So if you are an early adapter of the game, if you download it in early access, and why wouldn't you at this point? It's free. You'll most likely just be rewarded with something a little bit extra in the game once, it comes out. So you download it and maybe you get like a message that pops up on the home screen saying, thanks for being a part of the Founders Edition or an early adapter to the game. Here's your free, I don't know, and then whatever they might choose. I don't know if it would be a character skin. It's not going to be a character, I promise you that, because characters will be unlocked in game, but character skin maybe, but more likely a player banner or, like I said, KO animation, something like that would make more sense. Just kind of saying, hey, I was here since day one, and I'm repping it, I'm showing it off. I've been here since the beginning, and, you know, I think it's cool. So something like that. But that is all that I got for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the Multiversus News Roundup, and I guess I'll see ya when I'm looking at you.